Hello everyone, I'm Amici and welcome to Dr. Jits, brought to you by the BJJ Training Journal, the premier online training journal for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, both online and in mobile app. Check it out at bjjtrainingjournal.com and in your app store. It's 100% free to all grapplers. In Dr. Jits, I bring in grappling experts to diagnose common mistakes that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners make. The expert then teaches you how to fix that mistake and improve your game. In this episode, we'll be looking at how to properly finish the figure 4 straight armbar on your opponent when you have them in side control. Today I feature Dr. Jits' Perry Hauck. Perry is a Heidiogo black belt with a very strong game and a talent for teaching important details. You can find out more about Perry and his academy, Tsunami Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, at perrybjj.com and tsunamibjj.com. Additional information about Perry and his school are in the notes below this video. As with any visit to the doctor, first you must start with an accurate diagnosis. Here you can see Perry demonstrating the mistake and fellow black belt John Awano. You'll notice that here Perry has side control on John and has isolated the far arm. The arm is locked up into a figure 4 straight armbar with Perry grabbing his own wrist. He then has difficulty finishing the submission even though it seems to be locked up. And now for the prescription.
Alright, we're going to go over a basic technique, probably you all know, the figure 4 straight armbar. And I'll demonstrate it the way most of us learn it or do it. So they grab the wrist, I grab my own wrist, see what already happened is his elbow bent, which is what tends to happen. I'm going to grab his wrist, grab my own wrist, and I'm going to apply pressure, hyperextending the elbow. If you look at this, you can see that my wrist is extended, not flexed. And here my wrist is extended, not flexed. It's hard for me to maintain control of his wrist, and I'm far away from the joint. It's hard for me to control it, okay? Instead what we're going to do is we're going to try it a different way. And start from a high side control. I like a really high side control, meaning I like my knee past his head. I actually want my center line of my body connecting his two shoulders. I like to be really high, just sort of like there's a low mount and a high mount. There's a low side control and a high side control. Okay, so I'm going to start from this position. I'm going to elbow his ear to bend his neck. I'm going to bring his arm up so his arm is higher than perpendicular to his shoulder. And I'm going to grab, instead of grabbing my wrist, like we were doing before, I'm going to grab my bicep. Why grab the bicep? Because when you grab the bicep, then you can use the radial bone. The break point of the arm, when you're doing a straight arm bar, is the triceps tendon, which is just superior to the bump there. The bump is called the olecranon, and that's how you break someone's arm, right? When I do a traditional figure 4 straight arm bar, and I grab my wrist, my forearm is above his joint, on his joint, and below his joint. So it's not really as sharp pressure as it could be. When I grab my bicep like this, now I'm using my radial bone just on the right spot. Okay. Also, when I go like this, when my elbows are close together, his hand is much higher off the ground, so I have more leverage. Plus, I can come out further more safely. The mechanics of doing it this way are simply the same as applying a rear naked choke. I'm just going to squeeze the joint, and that's it. Really, placement is everything. If you just get the placement right, it doesn't take any pressure. If that's not quite enough, the person's really flexible, then you continue doing this. I'm pushing down with my hand, I'm pushing down with my head. But if I need more pressure, if the squeeze isn't enough, I'm going to keep all my weight on my left elbow and raise my right elbow off the ground. Like this. But I don't want to kill John Awano. Thank you. Okay?
In review, start with a high side control with your knee past your opponent's head. Position the center line of your body so it lines up with their shoulders. Use your elbow to clear their head. Bring their arm above perpendicular in relation to their head. When applying the figure 4, grab your bicep instead of your wrist. This helps place your arms in a proper position to get the best leverage. Make sure that your elbows are close together. Squeeze the joint in the same way that you would squeeze a rear naked choke. If your opponent's arm is extremely flexible, raise your low side elbow to increase the pressure. Hopefully this prescription will be helpful to your game as well. In the meantime, keep training and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to the BJJ Training Journal, the premier online training journal for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Think of the BJJ Training Journal as your grappling brain in the cloud, but supercharged. It remembers everything that you learn in the academy or online, and it saves it forever in a password-protected personal account. It works like this. You go to the academy and you learn a new technique, or you see something cool on YouTube. You put it into the journal and it's there forever. You might have forgotten it on your own, but not with the BJJ Training Journal. You can remember every detail about the technique that you learned 10 minutes ago or 10 years ago. It's yours forever. Stop getting dominated because you cannot remember what to do when you're rolling. Remember all the moves from your next grappling seminar, not just the last one that they showed you. Put your game together. But the BJJ Training Journal does more than just save all your moves. The Mat Time feature tracks how much you train. You can't get better unless you train, period. Mat Time monitors your training consistency and tells you your weekly training average. It then gives you advice based upon your attendance. If you really want to measure your submission success and defensive capabilities, you can use the Tap Tracker feature that records your win percentage in the academy and in competition. Scott Nelson, Brazilian Jiu-jitsu black belt and founder of On the Mat, recommends that everyone who trains Jiu-jitsu should sign up with BJJ Training Journal on the first day of class. Blue belt Michael C. says, I would have gotten my blue belt twice as fast if I had BJJ Training Journal when I was a white belt. BJJ black belt Aaron B. says, not having to write out every detail in your log is huge. You can just record a video and it's done. So much easier. But check this out. The BJJ Training Journal app is available for free. You can access this training tool from any computer, tablet, or smartphone by visiting bjjtrainingjournal.com, where you can view, edit, and add your techniques. In addition to what the app does, the site allows you to take daily notes, create a personal profile, and access the BJJ Training Journal Facebook, Twitter page, and news blog. You can even send techniques to your friends. The app and the membership website use the same secure database, so your information automatically synchronizes between devices. Now you can access and review your information wherever you are, on the mat or off the mat. Enough talk. Get your grappling game up twice as fast by signing up for your free account at bjjtrainingjournal.com or by clicking on the link below this video. Get better faster.